Hey there guys, and welcome to this episode of Review Flicks. In this video, we're going to be talking about the upcoming Godzilla x Kong, the new Empire movie, and the creature designer has now come out and talked about Toho's approval for his new pink design of Godzilla. So guys, if you are new around here, consider hitting that subscribe button so you can stay up to date with all the movie news we have going on this channel. And without further ado, we're going to jump straight into this article from the Sci-Fi and Fantasy Gazette. So Godzilla x Kong, the new Empire creature designer, reveals whether Toho approved Godzilla's new pink appearance. Godzilla x Kong, the new Empire, will give the King of Monsters a new pink appearance, and the film's creature designer has revealed whether Toho had to give the Monsterverse permission to recolor him. So when it comes to the new movie, from what I've seen online, I think a lot of the audience are more kind of cautious about the new design of Godzilla, and they're kind of curious about it rather than kind of mad or pissed off about the redesign, the pink aspect of Godzilla in the new movie. Obviously, like part of the movie, he's going to be the traditional blue color, but then obviously something happens to him partway through the movie, which turns him this kind of pink powered up version of Godzilla. We'll have to wait and see as to what happens and how he manages to get powered up. But yeah, I think a lot of people are just kind of cautiously optimistic. I don't really see many people kind of hating on it. Personally, I think the design looks awesome. It's great to do new and fresh things when it comes to Godzilla, because you don't want to keep rehashing the same thing over and over again. We need like new things, new appearances, like fresh takes on the Godzilla franchise. And now it looks like Toho, the owners of the actual IP of Godzilla, have approved the design themselves, so they're happy with it. And it's got the go-ahead, obviously. And I can't wait to see how the movie turns out. But let's keep reading and see what we can learn about what's going on with the Godzilla movie. So Godzilla x Kong, the new Empire, looks utterly bonkers. Absolutely, it looks nuts. That ending scene of the trailer where they're both running at full speed, it looks so cheesy and it looks so strange. But like at the same time, I'm so here for it. No great surprise considering the fact that Legendary's Monsterverse has fully embraced the absurdity of these titans in recent years. Yeah, absolutely. Godzilla vs. Kong, when Godzilla, Mecha Godzilla, and Kong are in the city, just go like fighting each other, surrounded by these big tall skyscrapers, and it's utterly ridiculous, but it's so fun at the same time. It's great. I love it. So the first trailer for Godzilla vs. Kong sequel embraced the madness by giving the latter a robotic boxing glove and the King of Monsters a startling new look, which saw him take on the brightly coloured pink form. Yeah, so obviously Kong's got this kind of new robotic arm. There's supposed to be the same technology that went into building Mecha Godzilla, and I'm very curious as to see what they're going to do with that, where that comes into the movie, how it factors in, but I think it's going to be pretty cool. So there's some precedent for this, in which the wider franchise, of course, but it's a take on Godzilla which has still divided opinion. Yeah, as I say, from my perspective, from the comments that I've seen online, it has divided people. But as I say, I don't see anyone being generally kind of like pissed off or mad or kind of, about what they're doing with the pink version. People are kind of more cautious about it. They're like, oh, why did they choose this? Why did they go for this? It looks like this. Kind of these kind of comments about, what is kind of like curiosity comments rather than kind of mad or pissed off, as I say. So, taking to X, Godzilla x Kong, the new Empire creature designer, Jared Krzyzewski, I think that's how you say it, confirmed Legendary had to seek Toho's approval for Godzilla's redesign. Absolutely. Toho own the rights to this character. Like, it's their character. So, if you're going to go, if you're going to go out of left field and you're going to redesign the character for your movie, of course, like, even though you have the rights to use the character from Toho in their movie, in the Monsterverse, if you're going to redesign the character and potentially kind of, change what the character looks like, which is going to have a knock-on effect to Toho in their business, if you're changing up the design of Godzilla too much, obviously they're going to have to approve it in some way, shape, or form. So this dismisses any notion that that Legendary is taking too many liberties with the property with this latest big screen team-up. So, some believe Pink Godzilla is there to shift merchandise. Yeah, that probably is part of the reason. Like, that's a reason that factors into it. Obviously, a lot of the money that's made from these movies comes from the toys and the merchandising as well. And it's the same with superhero movies. They have several, like, in a Spider-Man movie, you can have like 3 or 4 costumes in a Spider-Man movie. Obviously, it does help to shift toys, when it comes to different costumes and things like that. And part of selling merchandise is, part of the money of making movies, obviously. Have accused Legendary of ripping off Dragon Ball visuals, However, it's important to note that the fuchsia form originally debuted in Godzilla 2000, and later Godzilla vs. Megaguirus. Assigned filmmaker Adam Wingard is just expanding on one of his favorite concepts from the franchise's past. Yeah, a lot of people have made the link to, kind of like Dragon Ball Z or Dragon Ball, whichever you want to call it. And, obviously when Goku goes Super Saiyan and his hair changes colors, sometimes it's yellow, sometimes it's pink, sometimes it's black. And they've kind of accused the Godzilla franchise of kind of stealing that concept. But, it's a concept that's used in a lot of anime, changing colors when a character powers up and stuff like this. It's not unique to Dragon Ball. It's a concept that's been used in animation and live action for years and years. You change the appearance when a character is powered up. That's how you let the audience know that, the character's gone through some sort of evolution. It's not a new concept, and, it is what it is. I think it's cool, and as I say, I can't wait to see where they go with it. So you can check out Krzyzewski's. I'm not even going to sure how I'm going to say this name, guys, so I apologize if I'm butchering it. Krzyzewski's comment on Toho in the X post below. So we had Jared here. He had a question posed to him. So I just realized, does Toho check and approve redesigns? And then he put, yeah. So it's actually official that he had to get approval for the redesign when he wanted to change Godzilla to pink. And as I say, that makes sense. They own the character. So any radical change is going to affect them, and they would obviously have to have some input on it. So we have another post as well, another full box toy banner with more of my art. So it's the same guy who redesigned Godzilla with the pink version. He's done some artwork here for selling the toy line, which is super cool. So guys, what we're going to do, we're going to have a look at both of these. We're going to have a look at both of these posts on Twitter in just a sec. And then we're going to blow up this image here and have a look at that as well. So if we go over to Twitter, he's replied to a few questions that people have shot to him. So let's just have a quick look at some of the things that the creature designer for Godzilla had to say. So landing over here on Twitter, we're going to take a look at this artwork quickly, and then we'll read a few comments, guys. So from Jared Krzyzewski, the character designer for the Pink Godzilla, another full box toy banner with more of my art. So yeah, it looks like he's responsible for, kind of the design, the pink design of Godzilla, as I say. And looks like he's responsible for a lot of the artwork and promotional stuff that's going into the toys as well. He's designed this here. This banner looks really, really cool, actually. I really like this. Godzilla looks awesome. Kong looks really cool as well. And then obviously we've got the toy line in front. I really do plan on getting some of these. I want to try and collect all of these if possible. Obviously, the one that sticks out the most is this Shimu character here. He's this kind of like ice. He's this kind of ice titan here. He looks really cool. It looks like he's a quadruped, so he's on like 4 legs. He's got these purple spines, this massive purple sharp tail, and he's got ice powers. So is he the titan that encases Godzilla in the ice that we see in the trailer? We'll have to wait and see if that's the reason why Godzilla is actually encased in the ice. So that'd be really, really curious. We've got the original Godzilla here, obviously the one with the blue spines, and then we've got another version as well here where he's got orange, like fire almost, on his spines. So he goes through several different evolution processes, it seems, within the movie, which is cool. Obviously we've got Kong with a robotic arm, we've got Scar King, and then we've got Suko, and it looks like we've got Titanus Duke with him as well. So yeah, it's really, really cool seeing these toys here. As I say, I want to try and collect all of these if possible. And let me know, guys, are you going to start collecting these toys? Because I think they look awesome. But let's go down and read some of the comments. So, all we need now is a Mortal Kombat style Godzilla game. And then the creature designer Jared says, pretty please. Could you even imagine a Mortal Kombat game in a style of Godzilla where you have titans fighting each other? I know that there's, guys, I do know that there is games like Godzilla games, but they're pretty trash. Let's be honest. I remember seeing the Angry Joe episode where he does the Godzilla review of one of the games on PS4, and it's so funny. Oh my god. You are the one who designs Godzilla in the movie, and then he put Yeppers. I thought this was a mock-up character select screen for a Godzilla fighting game for a second. Still awesome though. We need that game. Yeah, it kind of does give you that kind of vibe, I guess, where you've got characters on either side, and then you'd have the verses in the middle, and then you'd have 2 players choosing their titans to fight each other. Yeah, I guess it does give that kind of vibes. So happy for you. And then he put Cookie Monster. You're godlike, far too kind, the character creator says. Well, character designer, I should say. He didn't actually create Godzilla. But yeah, quality, Playmates Toys. Godzilla dorsal plates looks very good. Godzilla looks incredible. Is this design on the banner identical to the one we see in the movie? Yeah, so this one here on the banner, this is the actual, yeah, that's the actual design that we see in the movie. Yeah, of course it is. I have to ask, because I'm very curious, did Millennium Godzilla influence the design in any way? It definitely looks very similar, that's for sure. Amazing stuff, can't wait to see the movie. I'm really hoping I start seeing the figures around my local Walmarts and Target too. Looks great. Dude, what an honor. I got the big Godzilla and the blue and pink small Godzilla and Shimu. Wait, Doog is official? Look pretty beast, my guy. Man, I can't wait until I see the whole body of these renders. Still can't get over how good Godzilla looks here. So yeah, this guy here, responsible for the... he's responsible for the pink Godzilla, the design of it, apparently. But whether he's responsible for the actual other, renditions or renders of Godzilla within this movie, I'm not really sure at this point. But he's done a great job. I think the pink version looks insane. I can't wait to see where they go, what kind of powers he has, and how they explain how he's managed to power himself up. I think it has something to do with that tribe that we see in the trailer. They've imbued some sort of power into him or something. There's these like pink crystals that are kind of forming around him. Does he absorb the energy from them? It's going to be curious to find out. Because certainly, obviously you got all this theme here with the pink and the purple. So that plays into a factor into the movie a lot, obviously. But yeah, guys, let me know what you think about this. What do you think about, Toho having a say kind of in, approving, the pink design for Godzilla? And what do you think about this artwork and the toys, guys? Is this something that interests you, collecting these toys, when it comes to the movie? And, I think it looks awesome. And, yeah, it's just a short story, just talking about kind of the approval of Toho for the new design, pink design of Godzilla. So, guys, jump into the comment section. Let me know what you think about this. Do you like the pink design? Do you think it looks stupid? Can't wait to hear what you have to say. Thank you for watching, and I will see you soon.